How did we go from rotting wood halls to laboratory? Edie, get out of my laboratory!
Seems like these cabinets are used for storing chemicals and medical equipment.
But what for? Why with the hoo-hoo? It's a corpsey on a bed. Hello?
Dead bodies, and plenty of them. Something dreadful has been going on down here.
Hey, it could just be a dead people convention. Alright. I'm just going to look at the floor because I don't want to see what's in here. I'm kidding. They will scream. Ah! Look at it anyway. It's a guy. And he's all here, but he's not all right there. I mean, ew!
His beating heart.
This guy is just opened up. Alright, this is... Let's get this over with.
Shit!
That is nasty. Yeah, it's horrible, but you put him out of his misery, basically. Yeah, it's over for him.
The crystal's still warm.
Yeah, we get a crystal. Oh, that is nasty, horrible. The guy's opened up and all over the place. And still alive because his organs are alive in tanks. Ugh.
This tunnel feels like it's gonna collapse at any moment.
Then I better get out of here. Wah! Excuse me, fuzzy throat. Yeah, right. Some kind of strange device. Well, we have a crystal. Let's see what this does. Alright. Believe it or not, that guy's pretty nice. I was about to say he's kind of a fun guy, and then I realized, no, he's not one of the fungi from MyGo. A little bit of Lovecraft humor there. Alright, this is where it kept messing up on me.
It's been more than 6 years since I entered that strange house in Boston.
Strange house, Boston, gotcha.
But to me, it was just 5 months ago.
Alright.
Amnesia, the doctors called it. Probably brought on by acute mental stress.
Do you suffer from long-term memory loss? I don't remember.
I remember investigating the far side of the library. There was screaming.
Yep. It looks like you forgot the guy opened up.
According to the police report, they had searched the house for hours, only to find me later collapsed on the floor.
Floor of the basement, floor of the attic, floor of the weird room with all the lights.
When my eyes opened and I spoke, my colleagues recoiled in fear. There was something unnatural in my voice and blank gaze.
It was just garlic bread.
They committed me to an asylum,
where I met the Joker.
Diagnosed with severe schizophrenia. As it became clear that I presented no danger to either myself or others, I was released from the asylum's care.
Yep, Arkham
I have
Asylum
learned
way
little of my
predates to
activities
Batman.
in the 6 years that followed. The accounts I've been able to piece together
The town of
show
Arkham is a
much of
famous
my
part
time
of
was spent
Lovecraftian
in
literature.
travel and study. I maintained a fanatical infatuation with the occult, delving deep into volumes concerning witch cults and dark legends.
Witch cults.
Often in languages unfamiliar to my own.
Witch cults.
When I reawakened 5 months
Different from normal
ago,
cults?
exactly 6 years after entering that house in Boston, no trace was left of what had been a secondary personality. I was myself again, or at least what I believed myself to be.
Yeah,
Returned to normal life.
The white flashes, the game would freeze up. I can still hit escape.
In recent days,
continue.
My dreams have been plagued by cosmic landscapes, and I've become fearful of my own reflection.
Oh no!
I'm beginning to remember things from that day, more than 6 years past, that I've told.
This game likes to put sound effects over the speech, which is why I made sure to turn the subtitles
Jack Walters.
on.
Hello, Mr. Walters. My name's Arthur Anderson.
Yeah, didn't you get in trouble over Enron?
I don't take that kind of job.
Did you get my package?
Hold on.
What, is he going to look for the package, or is he just going to sit there? He just gets a package and throws it away? Money, a key,
What exactly do you want from me, Mr. Anderson?
Mr. Anderson.
It's one of my store managers, you see. Brian's his name. Ryan Burnham. Nice lad. He disappeared recently from the First National grocery store in Innsmouth.
Innsmouth? Never heard of it.
It's a small fishing town on the coast, not far from Arkham. I'd like to see you in person before you leave.
Hold on there a minute. I didn't agree to take this what the hell? I'll be here all day anyway.
Okay. Look at that old phone. Guy needs a cell phone. People are lazy and they need to get off their butt and invent cell phones. Alright. I have a new client, Mr. Arthur Anderson, the regional manager of the First Natural grocery store chain. It appears that the First Natural grocery in Innsmouth was recently burglarized, and its manager, one Brian Burnham, is missing. What I've been able to gather, Burnham is something of a young rogue. A friend of the family, Mr. Anderson, gave him the job as a favor. Burnham is looking like the prime suspect for the robbery, but there are things that don't add up, not to Mr. Anderson and not to me. For instance, why would Burnham force entry into the store when he had a full set of keys, free access to the register, and the combination of the back office safe? To misdirect investigation? If that was his plan, why did he disappear? Following my conversation with Mr. Anderson, I found out what I could about the ancient town of Innsmouth. For generations, the crumbling seaport and its peoples have been shunned by neighboring communities. Outsiders are unwelcome there, and there are superstitious tales of a strange element in the town's oldest families. They are of mixed blood, so the stories go, whatever that means. The usual Hicktown prejudice, no doubt. After making a brief visit to Innsmouth, my client came away distrustful of the local authorities. He isn't buying their line that Burnham robbed the place and wants to know what happened to him. Only one bus goes to Innsmouth, and tomorrow afternoon I'll be on it. It feels good to have a purpose after 5 months trying to break through my amnesia. Hiccup. I also feel a little apprehensive. Maybe it's the wild stories about the town, or maybe it's just I haven't had a case in months. Button. Alright. I do not expect the reader to believe what I am about to relate. Any sane mind must reject such a fantastic tale, and yet I do not know which would be worse, for my story to be truth, or for my mind to be capable of imagining such things. Alright, they're just warning us up front that the first healing item we'll have on hand is morphine, which is kind of like a false heal. You temporarily don't suffer damage from your damage, but it all catches up to you. Don't use drugs. Alright. Yes. Blah, blah, blah. How long is this going to take? Okay, from the start of the... Wait, is it locked up? Is it in an internal loop? I think it's in a loop of some kind. I don't think it's actually going to finish. I'm giving it time. Meh. I think I've given... Oh, there we go. That was long. 7th of February, 1922.
Driver, how far to the stop?
Bus!
It's almost there. I'll drop you at the bus.
Why lock the gates?
Keeps out wanderers looking for work. We don't want those folks like that interfering with our affairs.
Yeah.
Bus from Arkham always this empty?
Stupid work-seeking people.
And we prefer it that way. Not many countries.
Speaking of which, I want a voice
But what about
actor
trade?
job.
Surely the port needs business.
Innsmouth has the means to look after her own.
So, This is Innsmouth. Almost some kind of shadow place. Oh well. Headless statue. And I bet it's not of Jebediah Springfield.
This is it, stranger. End of the line.
Okay. End of the line, huh? Could you use a less ominous turn of phrase, please? Alright. Let's go check out the local in-house. Because that's where we are. Whee! Whee! Whoa, too fast. Not having to deal with lag has made me giddy and turn too soon. Well, this looks like a nice guy. We can rent a room with him, right?
Hi.
My name's Jack Walters. I'm just visiting.
And I'm Ora
You
Usa.
don't say, sir. Gilman. Charlie Gilman.
Okay.
I run this here hotel of an evening.
Glad to meet you,
Got
Chucky.
any rooms?
I'd not rightly know that for sure. All habits cleaning rooms at present. Them's from out of town can leave a horrid mess.
That doesn't sound reassuring.
Talking to this fellow's getting me nowhere, and he's more than a touch creepy. If I need a room and I'm desperate, then I'll come back.
Hey, look, it's one of the friendly townsfolk. Let's talk to him.
I'm
Ah!
looking for Brian Burnham.
Can't help you.
Okay. It's a policeman. He'll help me.
Excuse me, Constable. Jack Walters.
Robes. Alien robes. What you want?
Would you help out a stranger to this fine port?
Are you being funny?
No, not at all. I'm after directions to the First National. I hear they have a store in town.
Innsmouth don't take too kindly to them from out of town. Get lost, stranger.
Well, something.
Chit-chatting to him's gonna get me no place fast.
No kidding. Well, here's the First National. It's all boarded up, like some kind of boardy place. We can get in back here, it looks like. Here's an alleyway. Be cautious. To avoid detection, keep in cover and stick to the shadows, move silently, and keep as low as possible. Alright. Whenever you see that haze at the corner of the screen, that means you're using the sneak button. The sneak feature. One moment. Options, control, key config. How do I crouch is C, alright. Hello, Mr. Cop.